Today I will be making this Halloween illustration using gouache paints. Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial by Ayush paper. I am Kuhu, a full-time artist and illustrator. I have a website www.kuhushapuri.com where you will find my shop as well as links to all the other platforms I post my art on. You can find the link in the description box below. For me, paper matters the most. That's why I am using 260 GSM mixed media paper by Ayush paper. Its smooth surface is perfect for the illustration that I will be making today. All the materials used will be mentioned in the description box below. I have already taped the edges of the paper to get a nice and clean border. And now I am using a kneaded eraser to lighten my sketch. Now I am going to add an uneven wash of cadmium yellow all over the paper. So what's mood? Mood is the atmosphere or the feeling expressed in the painting. The feeling could be tranquil, dark or disturbing. Today I am going to show you how to use some specific colors to add mood to your paintings. There are different colors that we associate with different moods and atmosphere. For example, we can all associate yellows, oranges, reds, deep pinks and purples with autumn and Halloween. So creating a Halloween illustration with these warm and deep colors will help you set the mood of the illustration. Next, I am painting the carved parts of the jack-o'-lantern with less diluted layer of cadmium yellow. Then with a mix of burnt sienna and crimson, I am going to add the outline to the pumpkins. Adding white to the same mixture, I am going to outline the mushrooms. Using vermilion and scarlet, I am going to fill in the pumpkins and the mushrooms respectively. If you are enjoying the video so far, do give it a like. It helps us to keep making these videos. Then using burnt sienna and a mix of white with a tiny bit of burnt umber, I will paint the stem of the pumpkin and the mushrooms. Using the dry brush technique, I will add highlights using cadmium yellow on all the pumpkins. Now again using a mix of burnt sienna and crimson, I will add shadows on the pumpkins. Using a mix of white and cadmium yellow, I will paint the carved parts of the jack-o'-lantern, but this time I am going to leave an outline of the previous layer. This way it will add a glowing effect. Now using a mix of burnt umber and white, I will add shadows on the mushroom stems. Then using the same mix but with a lot of white this time, I will add the highlights. With crimson, I will add shadows to the mushrooms. Using a mix of white and crimson, I am going to add the highlights. Now let's add some interest in the background. I am adding crimson and vermilion at the bottom of the paper as well as on both the sides on the top. Then I am filling rest of the background with cadmium yellow. Once that's done, I am going to use my brush and blend everything together. I will be cleaning my brush in between and sometimes even using cadmium yellow. Let me quickly tell you about ask.ayushpaper.com. Are you sometimes stuck with art related questions that you think only artists themselves can answer? Well, you are in luck. Ask.ayushpaper.com is a platform for artists by the artists. We have a wonderful community of artists helping each other and answering all your questions. Don't forget to give it a visit. I'm going to keep doing this step until I like the blended effect. I'm using very light pressure so that paper doesn't tear off. Once I'm almost done, I'm adding some crimson and vermilion to bring back the contrast that was lost during the blending process. Now using the round brush and burnt sienna, I will add the shadows that the pumpkin are casting on the surface. Now for the most important part of this illustration, I am going to use this brush pen to outline everything and add some details. Now I only had this pen in black, but if you have any other dark brush pen, feel free to use that. If you don't have a brush pen, you can also use a regular brush. And with that, our painting is finally done. I will now carefully remove the tape. Now this was one way that I use colors to add mood to my paintings. If you want to see how I use unusual colors to make fantastical paintings, then keep an eye on Ayush Paper's Instagram. Subscribe to the channel if you liked watching this video. If you recreate this illustration, then tag me and Ayush Paper on Instagram. We would love to see your recreations. Bye.